Today I'm making a super comfortable, super easy, and this top is made in less than 1 meter fabric. And I'm sure you can make this top for your Zoom meetings and work from home meetings. To make it, generally I take lengthwise fabric, but the fabric is so less that I'm making it widthwise. I'm cutting front and back together, but the method would be very different. So I'm using one old pattern. I shared this pattern with you. I keep 1 inch from the top, and then you keep your pattern, go 1 inch up for the neck, that is 3-inch wide neck. Shoulder is half shoulder, that is 7-inch. You don't really need the armhole. Basically, it is 7-inch long, and the chest line and the hip line would be same. So you don't need much calculations. You can use the old t-shirt to make this top. On 14-inch from the top, just go 1 inch inside and give a shape from hip and bust. We go 3.5 inch from the folded side and we adjust 1 inch on this dart. Take about 6-inch long dart, that is 3.5 inch from the folded side, and this dart would be, you can keep it 1/4 inch from the middle, that is 1/4 inch wide from the middle, and from both the sides it will be narrow like a fish. So it is called a fish dart. So I'm using a tracing wheel to trace the markings. So I just run it on the dart because this dart we want for the back side of the top. From the neck till the shoulder, we go 5-inch out for the sleeve because we don't have much fabric for the sleeve. So we extend the shoulder 5 inches more. So this is called mega sleeve or mega sleeve. You can keep it 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, maximum 5 inch, even more, and join this sleeve with the shoulder. This is 2 inch down and the armhole is 7 inches. In the last video I shared one armhole making chart with you. Go 1 inch down on the chest line and join this chest line with the shoulder. Give a 1/2 inch curve to inside of the sleeve. So give a shape to your sleeves. See, the front and back is cut almost the same, but the neckline is different and the darts are different. So the back neck is 1 inch up like this, and then the front neck is 3.5 inch deep and 3-inch wide. So this is your basic marking, and the front neck I'm marking, that should be like 7.5 inch deep, so that your head could go inside the dress easily. So I'll make this small cut. This is the front of the top, and we don't need a dart on the front side. We'll make it on the back side. So cut the outside. The pattern had your seams and everything. Okay, so give a shape on the bottom side, remove the back side, and now you cut the front neckline, shoulder, make a cut in the front, You can even make even a placket. Make a small notches on the side. We don't want dart in the front. We'll make the darts on the back. This was the side fabric. This we'll use for the sleeves. And then you will need about 1 inch wide bias tape. These are 4 pieces for finishing the neckline. Here I got a scrap of the fabric for the neckline, and we already had very less fabric, so we don't go waste anywhere. Mark 1 inch on this fabric piece. Keep your neckline, this cut, on this line. Place like this. Now pin it so it doesn't move, and now you stitch one straight stitch, stop here, turn the needle, use the hand wheel, make 4 stitches, 1 2 3 4. Okay, then again turn, and then take a U-turn, and again the last stitch. So here the one mission is completed. Cut it from the top, make a small cut here, and small slanting cuts here, so that you can turn your neck here. These are slanting cuts. Cut this extra fabric. Turn this cut inside, and using a press this piece. You can use your nails, and most people, like many people do it, like they use the nails. One thing, I don't have that long nails. Secondly, I find it a little difficult, so it is better to use the press iron, and then you make a top stitch on this U thing, your U neckline. U, no, it is a keyhole neckline. This is a busy printed fabric I'm using for the top. But if you are using plain fabric, and or some delicate fabric like silk or some georgette or something, you can even use hemming thing. You can do the hemming by hand or by the machine. And that's why I like that automatic machines, because you can do everything together. But this machine is good because here I can show you how to do things easily. So here we make the darts, and here I give you a few tips how to do it. Start with the narrower side, go till the wide, again turn to the narrower side, and you don't reverse stitch on the darts. You have to double knot like this, 1 and 2, so that your darts give you a good shape. So here same way, make 2 darts, and then join the shoulders. Now the things are very easy. One more thing, we didn't finish the neckline, so that is important. After joining the shoulders, we'll do the neck. But finishing the neck requires a little preparation. You have to cut this extra fabric. After the fold, after making the stitch on top of the fold, then only you cut this strip. Okay, so that it covers the neck. And now these bias tapes, most people, even I used to find it so difficult to join these bias tapes accurately. Most of the time, even now, I get them all wrong. So one hack I devised it, that you fold this piece, keep on the other strip, and make a top stitch. if it works. If it doesn't work, then just open this folded piece, mark it, or use a all pin, and then stitch on this marking, and that way you get it right. So here you have to make a long strip of this bias tape that is about double the neckline, and keep this strip on the back side, back of the neckline, that is middle of the neckline. Okay, and now start stitching from the middle till the front. Once you reach the front, again you have to go back in the middle of the back neck, and then the other side you have to stitch the join this strip the same way. Now fold the strip this way, like half from the one side and other half other side, and then fold it like this. And now make a top stitch over it. For convenience sake, you can press this strip and then you can make a stitch. That will save your time. But this is one more method where you can do it without even pressing it. Pressing gives you a little more finishing, that's why that's a good practice. But you know, there live some lazy souls like me, so up to you. I've given you both the ways. Okay, here we have done this neck finishing, and here I have 2 by 2 pieces of the fabric. Fold it one side and another side. Now keep your end of the string inside this folded piece. Turn it, and now stitch two sides. One side would be open. You know why? So that you can turn this piece inside out. Turn it, and same way make another bell for the other string. Okay, so this is one part. After this, I'm so sorry to say that due to some reason the recording could not be saved. So I'm just sharing an old video where I had made a similar top, not the same because the method was very different. Neckline was a little different, but the sleeves were finished using side strip, so that you can either you can watch that video and see how you can make use of smaller pieces of fabric, and using smaller pieces you can make professional looking comfortable tops, or tunic tops, or long kurti. Using the same method or using a string neckline, you can make this. So there also I use this very less fabric, made the top, made the sleeves with leftover fabric, and then made a top stitches on this side sleeves. So there are three methods. In fact, you can, in fact, more than three methods, but basically, you know, you can either use the bias tape or lace, or you can simply fold it, make some pleats on the side tapes. After doing this, join this top from the sides and fold the bottom. So this is how you will make this top, and this is very comfortable for your work from home assignments or Zoom meetings, or your online talks or something, or summer days. So please let me know how did you like this video. Give a thumbs up, that is a like, subscribe the channel and share the video with those people who need it the most in during these Zoom meeting and crazy summers. Thank you so much for watching. For more videos, check out the channel.